Brad.
Yeah, it is steamy out there today, and that is fueling these thunderstorms. We're not seeing a ton. This is a classic example of isolated thunderstorms. I mean, there is nothing going on except for right there in Alexander and Iredell County, and the one storm we got going, it's a severe thunderstorm. It's got some large hail, some gusty winds, but I will tell you, it's beginning to weaken. The updraft is collapsing, but it looks like a new cell developing on its heels. And the updraft's important. That's wind going up into the atmosphere, taking warm, humid air to the cold, dry parts of the atmosphere, and that's what creates these severe storms. And the fact that that's collapsing is a good sign. But just a heads up, if you're in Iredell County, you're going to see some good wind, lightning for sure, maybe some small hail, but also very heavy rain. This is producing a lot of rain in a short period of time. This warning is set to expire. I don't think it's going to be extended. We'll keep an eye on it, but we might see additional warnings for that cell behind it. Here's the storm track. So if you're ahead of it, just a heads up, this is heading your way. It'll be over you shortly as it moves into central Iredell and eventually northern Rowan County over the next 30 minutes or so. Haven't seen anything else trying to develop. We did earlier, but that is all fallen apart in the last couple of hours. North and west, though, big storms. Tornado outbreak ongoing right now in southern Michigan and parts of Indiana. That storm system's moving up there, but we'll watch this same area tomorrow for more storms to develop in the Ohio Valley and Great Lakes and head our way. Tonight, the risk is low. Tomorrow, it becomes medium, and that's really late in the day into the evening. And then on Thursday morning, these storms will be pushing east. So it's one of those overnight events likely as we go into early Thursday morning. So we want you to stay weather aware, particularly because it is the morning hours. You're going to want to have several ways to get warnings and charge your phone. Tornado risk is low. That's the good sign. But high winds, hail, and lightning are primary concern. And again, we could see the tornado risk go up depending on the scenario as these storms evolve, but I think wind is going to be by far the biggest issue and some heavy rain with these storms. So that's why you see our wind threats in the medium and even flooding and hail higher than our tornado risk. So let's go hour by hour tonight. Those storms will move out. Could be a few showers tomorrow morning, but a lot of sun will heat up the atmosphere tomorrow. We'll see isolated storms develop mid to late afternoon. That's the first wave. That's likely going to be the most isolated. But as we go towards the evening, additional storms develop. But look at these big clusters developing to our northwest. These are the ones that move in overnight, 1 to 4 o'clock in the morning. This is 5 o'clock in the morning. Look at that big line of storms moving through. Could see another line maybe around 9 or 10. But then after that, this is the good news. If those storms use up all the fuel in the morning, by the time the front gets here, there's nothing left to feed off of it. So it'll start to produce sunnier skies and better weather for your Thursday. Now, Friday, we could see a few stray showers in the afternoon, but right now the coverage looks pretty small. The thunderstorm fuel is high tonight into tomorrow, but look at it during the afternoon. I mean, this is some of the highest Cape levels, we call it. It's actually just fuel for storms that I've seen in a while. So any storm that can get going tomorrow is going to be severe very quickly. So it may not be a ton of storms, but the ones that get going are going to be strong as we warm up close to 90 degrees tomorrow. So stay weather aware tomorrow. Make sure you have our WCNC news app because you're going to need it tomorrow. But look what happens behind the front. Nice, refreshing air. I mean, it's going to be back to early parts of the spring, almost autumn-like air moving in for the weekend. Your Guy Roofing 7-day forecast. Look at that. I mean, mid-70s on Friday, low 70s for the weekend with morning lows in the 40s and 50s. And it stays comfortable next week with highs only in the upper 70s.
All right, Brad, thank you. Remember, this time of year, the weather changes on a dime. And if you download the WCNC Charlotte mobile app, you'll be the first to know when it does. The app will alert you to the moment conditions turn severe where you are because it's tailored to your location. So be sure to download the app before the weather gets here. It is free in the App Store.